Hello, I'm S. Nasrin Banu from 2nd BCom General. I'm going to talk about the impact of COVID on Indian economy. Now we will see the small introduction for the impact of COVID on Indian economy. Coronavirus disease 2019 is a contagious disease caused by the virus SARS-CoV-2. The first known case was identified in Wuhan, China in December 2019. The impact of coronavirus pandemic on India has been largely destructive in terms of economic activity as well as the loss of human lives. The COVID pandemic hit the world economies badly. Also, India's growth in the fourth quarter of the fiscal year 2020 went down to 3.1 percentage according to the Ministry of Statistics. Notably, India had also been witnessing a pre-pandemic slowdown, and according to the World Bank, the current pandemic has magnified pre-existing risk to India's economic outlook. Almost all the sectors have been adversely affected as a domestic demand and exports sharply plummeted with some notable exceptions where high growth was observed. The major impact of COVID 19. When the COVID 19 virus spread throughout the world, several countries imposed lockdowns to prevent further spread. As a result, several businesses faced losses, and hence many people lost their jobs, and those who still have jobs were paid less. India too went through this phase, and that hit the economy badly. Because of this, even when there is a second wave of COVID 19 in India at present, a countrywide lockdown was not imposed. Instead, micro containment zone will be locked to prevent further spread. So it is expected that this time economy will not be affected severely. Due to increased unemployment and low salary, many people did not have much money. There was a decreased spending on non essential items. So consumption fell, and as a result, an economy slowdown occurred. Global supply chains got disrupted due to the restrictions on imports and exports in the initial month of COVID-19 pandemic. This affected India too, as we are dependent on other countries for many goods such as a pharmaceutical ingredients, electronic components, etc. Due to the dearth of raw materials, Indian manufacturing companies had to halt production. Now, India is diversifying its imports and is reducing its reliance on China for raw materials. When the lockdown was imposed in India, in the initial month of COVID-19 pandemic, migrant workers went back to their hometown. Migrant workers' crisis affected their lives and the economy badly. At present, as India is facing a second wave of COVID, several migrant workers went to their hometowns again. But the Indian government gave assurance that there will be no lockdown this time. Almost all the sectors were negatively affected due to the COVID 19 pandemic, especially the tourism sector, aviation sector, and MSME, micro, small, and medium enterprises sector were hit badly. As per the data released by the Center for Monitoring Indian Economy, the unemployment rate crossed 8% in April 2021. In December 2020, the unemployment rate was 9.1 percentage. In February 2020, it became 6.9 percentage. Just as the unemployment rate was falling, the second wave of COVID-19 is reversing the recovery. International Monetary Fund IMF revised India's growth projection for FY22 from 12.5 percentage to 11.5 percentage, but as India is fighting with COVID second wave, the growth forecast may be downgraded. In the year 2020, the Indian government brought Atma Nirbhar Bharat Abhiyan Self-Relevant India with a 2 lakh crore rupees package to revive the economy. The gig economy improved during the COVID pandemic because several companies adopted gig work. Moreover, due to the loss of jobs, many people opted for gig work. Some sectors such as hand sanitizer manufacturing companies, pharmaceutical companies saw positive growth. Thank you.